Hey, welcome back. If you've been following the series, then you'll know that we've been exploring cognitive distortions, the various mental filters that can distort our perception of reality and influence our emotions and our actions. In our previous episodes, we've delved into overgeneralization, on the mental filter, discounting the positive, and jumping to conclusions. Today, we're continuing this enlightening journey by exploring another powerful distortion. That's magnification and minimisation. Have you ever blown a small mistake out of proportion, thinking it's the end of the world? Or perhaps downplayed a significant achievement if it was nothing? If so, you're not alone. I'm Chris Stafford, and today we're going to explore what magnification and minimisation are, how they affect us, the best methods to overcome them. So join me as we traverse this breathtaking landscape, uncover some of the hidden patterns that might be skewing our perspective. Imagine a mountain range representing the events in your life. Some peaks are towering high, symbolising, significant moments, and valleys representing those challenges and setbacks. Now suppose that you're looking through the binoculars, but they're not quite right. And when you look at the valleys, your problems, the binoculars might magnify them, making them seem them much deeper and more daunting than they really are. Conversely, when you look at the mountain peaks through your achievements, the binoculars minimise them, making them appear smaller and insignificant. This is the essence of magnification and minimisation, a cognitive distortion where we exaggerate the importance of the negative events and downplay the importance of the positive ones. Dr. David Burns, a renowned psychiatrist and the author and bestseller of Feeling Good, Later Feeling Great, describes this type of distortion as a kind of binocular trick, that our minds play on us, distorting our reality in a way that can lead to anxiety and depression. Let me share a story to illustrate this. Meet Daniel. Daniel recently received feedback on a project at work. His supervisor praised his innovative ideas and the effort that he put in and mentioned a minor formatting error in the report. Daniel fixated on the small mistake, thinking, "I can't believe I messed this up. It's terrible. I'm so careless." And he magnified his minor issue into a significant flaw, overshadowing all the positive feedback that he received. On the other hand, when Daniel's team celebrated a successful quarter, thanks in part to his contributions, he thought, "I didn't do that much. Anyone could have done it." And he minimised his role and significance, the significance of his achievements. By magnifying the negatives and minimising the positives, Daniel's perception became skewed, impacting his self-esteem and his overall happiness. Magnification and minimisation are like looking through distorted lenses that alter the scale of our experiences. We end up carrying the weight of the exaggerated problems while dismissing the value of our successes. So how does this distortion impact us? Well, by blowing our problems out of proportion and shrinking our achievements, then we create negative self-image. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, increased stress, a diminished sense of fulfillment. And how do we correct the mental binoculars and see things that are at their true scale? Dr. David Burns offers several effective strategies. Identify the distortion, to recognise when you're actually magnifying negatives or minimising the positives. Pay attention to thoughts when a small issue actually feels overwhelmingly large, or a significant accomplishment feels really insignificant. Examine the evidence. Challenge your perceptions by looking at the facts. Ask yourself, is this really as big as a deal that I'm making out to be? Am I giving myself enough credit for this achievement? Survey method. Consult with trusted friends or colleagues, and they can provide an objective perspective on the situation. Daniel could ask a co-worker in the formatting, was it the error? Was it catastrophic as I thought? And reframing. Adjust your viewpoint to see situations more realistically. Instead of thinking this mistake ruins everything, consider, everyone makes minor errors and overall my work has been pretty good and also praised. Scaling. Rate the actual impact of the problem on a scale of 1 to 10. This can help, put the issue in perspective. It's neither all or nothing too, we've been in there as well. And Daniel might realise this formatting error is a 2, not an overwhelming 10. Let me share an analogy to deepen our understanding. Imagine you're listening to music with the volume turned up too high on the negative songs and barely audible on the positive ones, right? The overwhelming loudness of the negatives drowns out any enjoyment from the positives. And by adjusting the volume to the appropriate levels, you can appreciate the full range of music. The highs, the lows are in balance. And similarly, by calibrating our perceptions, you can see the problems and the achievements in their true proportions. Returning to Daniel's story, if he applied these strategies, he might think, the formatting error was a small mistake, but I can easily correct it. Overall, my supervisor was pleased with my work. When celebrating with the team and the success that he could acknowledge, I contributed the valuable ideas that help achieve our goals. By adjusting the perspective, Daniel can reduce unnecessary stress and build a healthier self-image. Now, let's engage in an exercise together. Think of a situation where you might have magnified a negative or minimised a positive. Again, write down the event, be specific, and identify how you might be distorting the significance. Are you making a small problem bigger than a huge? Are you downplaying an achievement to small? Challenge the distortion. What are the facts? How significant is this issue on a scale of 1 to 10? What would you say to a friend they had the same situation? Reframe your thoughts and adjust the perception to reflect the true scale of the event. And by consciously evaluating and adjusting your perceptions, you can develop a more balanced and realistic view of your experiences. Remember, life is a landscape of peaks and valleys, and by seeing them in their true proportions, we can navigate the journey with a greater sense of ease and appreciation. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of magnification and minimisation, another cognitive distortion that can skew our perception. By applying David Burns' techniques, identifying the distortion, examining the evidence, and consulting others, such as reframing and scaling, we can adjust our mental lenses and see things as they truly are. Or the best crack at achieving that. If this message resonated with you, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Together, as we continue to uncover our minds and how it shapes reality, learn strategies to cultivate a happier and healthier mindset. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Have you noticed yourself magnifying negatives and minimising positives? How have you worked to balance out your perceptions? Share in the comments below, and the story can inspire others to adjust their own binoculars. Remember, acknowledging problems is important, but so is recognising and celebrating your achievements. Seeing things in their true scale empowers us to respond more appropriately and live life more fully. So until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself and others, and embrace the journey with a clear and balanced perspective. Bye for now. Chris out.